Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Oh, okay. I thought those blueberries. Anyway, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Lisa Lovestone's Bedhead Musings and Mushroom Matcha Morning. Oh, I haven't done a bedhead musing for, I don't know, 1 or 2 days, 3 days. I've lost track. I don't even know. Here's my yummy matcha. I put some drops of some stuff in it that I bought from Cass that boost your immune system. It's natural herbs. And so I put some drops of that in my matcha today. And yesterday I bought a new protein powder because I was going to start putting protein powder in my things, but they were all expired. I had like 3 of them. And because people would give me some when they weren't using it. So I had 3, and which really bummed me out because I was ready to get back into it. And so I bought a protein powder yesterday. And so I've got protein powder in here, organic soy milk, organic Greek yogurt, organic wild blueberries, and organic cherries. That's all. I did it. I did a good job. There's no, it's very liquidy. There's no big chunks of fruit. I don't know if you can see that color. It's not as pretty on the camera probably as, it's a very pretty color. And then I put it in a blue cup. It's delicious. So I've got my protein. There's some vitamins in there. Plus I have my multivitamins from Mega Food that I take. I've been buying Mega Food vitamins. Well, I started buying them in New Hampshire because they're made in New Hampshire. They're ethically sourced. So probably back in 2010, 2011, I started buying Mega Food. Now, have I taken them consistently? No, they're kind of expensive. And when I'm, either just not in the mood to be taking vitamins or can't afford them, then I don't take them. But periodically, I've been taking them since 2010 or 11. So anyhow, some interesting new developments. Yesterday was a very difficult day, but also a good day. So one of my cards that I use it's called a Healthy Benefits card. It's a flex spending card that goes with my insurance. It comes with my insurance, but it's for, you can buy gas at the gas station. You can pay for your utilities at home, or you can use it for on-the-shelf medications. And I think you can even use it for groceries. I don't know. Anyway, I've always just used it to pay my utility bill. Anyway, I was having difficulties with it yesterday, and I spent hours on the phone, so I sent emails, and then I did different things and tried to get it to work. So it has an app that comes with it. And the app wanted to be updated, and I couldn't update it. So I removed it, put it back on, then it updated. But then I couldn't, it said that my information didn't match. Oh my God. Anyway, so I needed to get my utility bill paid. So when I called customer service and tech support, they helped me get through a bunch of stuff, and they ended up having to put in a ticket because we couldn't resolve the issues. But I thought, I kept trying to pay my utility bill with it, and it kept declining. And there was all this money in there because I haven't been able to use it. And so, anyway, I'm just doing a body scan real quick. Bear with me. I just need to do a body scan real quick. Something feels a little off. I need to donate blood. I need to go donate blood. So I need to make that a priority. Okay. So I've got too much iron in my blood. I gotta dump it. If you know any vampires, send them my way, because I need to get rid of my blood. Not all of it, obviously. Okay, so anyway. I get dizzy spells when I have too much iron. It's called iron overload. It happens to Europeans. So if you're Native American or Black or Asian, you probably will never have to worry about it or suffer from it. It can kill people. It typically kills men because they don't have periods. So they can live all their life without knowing they have it until it kills them. And so far, none of the doctors here are very it's like they see it from a scientific point of view-ish, but they don't get it that just because the numbers aren't quite showing up yet, I need to offload blood because I'm already getting the effects, which means it's already attacking my body. So I can't seem to get that through their fucking skulls because they haven't been taught that. Or they're not willing to listen and learn from their patient. I don't know what, but I've gone through 3 doctors in Georgia regarding this. So anyway, I canceled my last appointment. I said, what's the point in going? What's the point in, me being there? So I canceled. Anyway, okay, so back to the subjects. Okay, so then since I had this, I don't know how I had extra money in there. That's what's making it so weird. In my Flex card spending stuff, there was extra money in there this month, and I was like, how did that happen? Because I have, every month I have just enough to pay my utility bill. So my utility bill is the same amount every month, and it's the amount that I get on that card every month. And then I get the money on the card, I pay the bill. And then when I pay too much, they send me a check to reimburse me every, I don't know, 6 months or something. Because, there's many months that go by that I don't have heat on. I stay warm because the lady downstairs keeps me warm. So, or I just, I wear something long sleeved and I stay warm. Anyway, so I was at the gas station at Costco and I thought, hey, why don't I use some of this extra money and buy gas at Costco? So I had my Costco card and my Flex card, and I thought, let's see if it will work. And it did work. And I bought some gas, and I decided that I would buy the premium gas because it's way better for your your engine and everything to buy premium gas. And the gas was pretty cheap. I mean, it wasn't even $4 a gallon for the premium. So I was like, well, I'll put in $25 and that'll put some gas in there and it'll be premium and I'll run that on my engine. Well, so when I got home, I got into my card to see if it was working yet online. And my balance was $40 something, and that wasn't right. I was like, what? So I go into the part where it says purchase history, and at I don't know the exact times, but at 5:46 or 5:56, I don't know, $75 was purchased of gas at 5:46. And then at 5:48 p.m., $25 of gas was purchased at Costco. I was like, oh my God. There was a truck next to me on the other side of the pump. He must have been card reading. He read my card. I didn't know you could read a card if it didn't have a chip on it, because this doesn't have a chip on it. I was like, oh my God, what else? What else? So I immediately wrote another ticket. They're going to be like, she's got all these tickets. What's going on with her? I wrote another ticket and said, hey, I did not purchase the $75 in gas. That wasn't me. I could not put $75 of gas in my car. Not possible. Especially when I just put $25 in my car. No way, Jose. So this won't be like my bank. When that happens with either of my credit unions, they reimburse me immediately. Like within 24 hours, the money's back. And then they go after, whatever happened. Because whenever I'm a victim, they take care of me. And that's what if it's a good credit union, that's what they do. They protect you. So that's why both of my banks are credit unions. So that was just like, oh my God. So first thing I did was I got online. I'm out of all my the sleeves, the RDIF or RFID sleeve, and you just put your card in there and then you stick it in your wallet and it protects it. I don't have one for that card because I didn't know it could get read if it didn't have a chip on it. So they're in the mail. I did not get on Amazon. I went on to eBay. I went on to eBay. And so, yeah, I had $75 stolen from me last night. Right there at fucking Costco. Oh, but yes, I'm going there today to tell them and say, because they have cameras. Let's figure out who this motherfucker is because he's got a Costco card. Yeah. Not cool. Stealing from a lady who's barely getting by. Stealing from anybody is wrong, right? But I think you should get double jeopardy if you steal from somebody who's struggling financially. So what was good about my day? Yeah. There was some good in my day too. My car didn't die all day long. Of course, all I did was I talked to Mike, the homeless man. I fed the kitties. My orange boy, who I've named Michael, because I've decided my sweet babies, they're all getting angel names. So there's Gabriel, Ariel, and Michael. Big Orange is Michael because he was my first, well, he wasn't my first. Pretty Kitty was my first love connection. Pretty Kitty and I, she jumped in my car. She wanted to go with me. She would get in my car and just rub all over me. I was like, I hope she doesn't have fleas. Oh my God. She probably did. I just have to wash my clothes and take showers. I mean, ugh. But she got adopted. So anyway, so Big Orange after her was my loving cat that I'm in love with and wish I could bring home. He doesn't belong out there. He's not wild. He's not feral. He's a tame, domesticated cat living in the woods. You know? Beautiful, beautiful boy. Just So, Michael was there. The other kitties showed up. Crybaby doesn't show up for me anymore. I don't know how I'm going to catch Crybaby. I'll still name him Crybaby just to pinpoint which cat I'm talking about, but he's not a crybaby anymore. He doesn't cry. Once his brother was released back into the wild, that was it. He was all grown up and wouldn't come to me, won't let me touch him, won't come near me. So I've lost my connection with him. It's a beautiful sunny day. Anyway, I did the nice thing was I went, okay, because I was stuck at home all day on the phone and writing emails and trying to get my card taken care of. So I needed to go get gas and I needed to go get some groceries. I was out of yogurt and soy milk and lettuce for my salads. So I ended up, going to Costco later in the day. And I don't shop at night. Like, it's a very rare occasion when I do. And I got to the gas pump and there was 2 other people there. So there was only 3 of us at all those gas pumps. That was cool. And then I got in the store and there was only like 4 customers in there. I didn't have to fight with the crowds. There was no free food when there's no customers, though. They only do free food at their busiest times, which doesn't make sense because it's fucking crazy. Nobody can get through. Everybody's gathered around trying to get free food. And they should do free food when there's less people there. I don't know, just saying. So anyway, that was great. I just got in there, I got what I wanted, and they closed at 8:30, and at 8:30 I got in the checkout line, and I was out of there. That was pretty cool. It was raining, cold and raining. So, that was good. I loved being in there without having to fight with crowds. That was great. So, Monday is a good day to shop. Like, not at 5. 5 o'clock is never a good day to shop. No matter what day it is. I have lots of pet sitting over the Masters. I have 3 different clients I'm pet sitting for simultaneously during the Masters. So all of that will help me do some catch up. But it'll just catch me up and then I'll be broke again until I get more clients. I'm trying to get Reiki clients. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I guess I'm not advertising well enough. There's so many Reiki masters in this area. It's like, I don't know, but there's plenty of people. It's just, they want to spend their money on other things. They don't understand what Reiki can do for them. Change is scary for people. Right? It's not scary though. That's the thing. So I decided when I got home, I wanted to work with my dowsing rods. I'm still having problems with them. They are easily manipulated. And I cleanse my home, I bless my home, I give my home Reiki. I've got something on every door, every window, trying to keep my house tight with security. Calling on the angels, calling on the white light, calling on Reiki, calling on the ancestors. Keep me and my house safe from all negative entities, all negative energies. And I'm like, I ask my pendulum, did I get my dowsing rods cleansed enough? Are they safe to use? My pendulum says yes. Now, my pendulum and my dowsing rods, for those who don't understand, it's still my spirit guide speaking to me. They're speaking to me through one tool or the other. It's just that my pendulum is hard for me because it hurts my hands. My hands cramp up trying to hold them in position and hold them still so that I don't manipulate the moving of the pendulum. So the dowsing rods are just easier on my hands, easier on my shoulders, even easier on my neck. So they're like, yes, it's safe to use them. I'm like, okay. So I start using them. And then I'm like, okay, what's up? This answer is wrong. So then I picked up my pendulum and I said, is my dowsing rods being manipulated with a negative entity? Yes. How did it get in? I mean, my house is protected. I've called on the white light. Blah, 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 blah. I don't understand. So, you know, it's very frustrating and it's pissing me off because I'm getting really into the, I'm asking questions and the questions are coming. My brain isn't stuck and I'm actually having a conversation and we're getting somewhere. And then all of a sudden there's an answer that's not right. And my pendulums or my dowsing rods, they start moving funny. Like there's almost a pull, like it's trying to go this way and it's being pulled this way. I can feel the tension. I'm like, okay, how is this happening? It's really pissing me off. If anybody out there who's watching this has any ideas on what I can do, because I can't get nearly as far with my pendulum. I can't hold it that long. So, and I think that's part of why my dowsing rods are so attacked, because I get so far. I get pretty far. The more you know, right? It's called empowering yourself. So, yeah, so I'd started my Q&A. It wasn't I wasn't videotaping it. It was just for me. And I started my Q&A and all of a sudden, it dawned on me to ask, who are my spirit guides? Right? And I sensed, I was like, there's two, right? Yes. And I sensed my grandmother, Ida Gifford, my dad's mom. She was, I don't know how much Native American, but she was mostly Native American. But somebody, her dad must have been part white, part Native American, because his last name was Chesley. And Chesley is not a common name in the United States. There's not that many of us. So my grandmother was a Chesley. And she was, to the best of my knowledge, she was either Passamaquoddy or Micmac. But when I was in Maine, it was looking like she was Passamaquoddy. So, anyway, her name was Ida Chesley, and she married my grandpa, who was not nice to her. And she was a diabetic. And it must have broke her heart to, at some point, without knowing what the word narcissist meant or even knowing that the word existed, probably. Must have broke her heart when she realized once her son, who is my dad, was a narcissist. Yeah. Anyway, so I sensed it was my grandmother. I've sensed her before, not recently, but I used to really sense her many, many years ago, like when I lived in New Hampshire. And I think that because she's been with me so long, I stopped really sensing her because I'd gotten so accustomed to her being there. And so for whatever reasons, my grandmother has decided to be my spirit guide and, help me progress. So that made me feel really happy. And I'm like asking my pendulum, are you my grandmother, Ida? Yes. I was like, Grandma. I mean, obviously, she's not my grandma anymore. She's not in the flesh. She's a spirit. But, still, she's looking out for me. And I was like, well, who is my next person? And I said, is it somebody that I knew in life that has passed away? Yes. Is it a relative? No. But it was someone I knew. Yes. And then the name in my head was Shar. I was like, no way, it's not Shar. I said, is my second spirit guide Shar? Yes. I was like, oh my God, Shar. Well, looks like I'm going to have to work on some forgiveness, aren't I? So it's not like I'm really it's okay. So I did some soul searching, and it's not that I'm holding a grudge anymore. It's just that I remember, right? You don't forget. You always remember how people treated you. So Shar, I'll tell you about Shar. Shar was my best friend. She was one of my best friends. And we used to go to church together. We would go hiking together. We would go to the lake together. This was in Wyoming. We went up to, she had this really nice tent that fit like 3 or 4 people. And we went camping at Devil's Tower. There's a little campground up at Devil's Tower. And it was spring. The snow was gone. But it was still like coldish at night. And there was this other guy from Germany who was visiting the United States, and he and his friend were camping, and we all sat at a picnic table together and ate supper, and we shared food and stuff, right? And talked. Well, he had wine in a box, and it was not chilled. It was room temperature. And actually, now that I think about it, the days were warm. The nights got cool. Anyway, he didn't put his wine in like the creek to keep it cold. He just had it sitting in his tent getting warm-ish. Well, we have figured out, or we have come to the determination that we have determined that Shar could not drink room temperature wine and eat hot dogs cooked over the fire together. Shar was an alcoholic, but she was a self-righteous alcoholic. I don't know if you understand what that means. So let me explain. Shar was a Christian. I was a Christian. We went to, this was my Hallelujah church years. So it's going to a Hallelujah church where you speak in tongues and you praise the Lord and sing all these songs, not out of a hymnal. And you clap your hands and blah, blah, blah. But Shar was an alcoholic, meaning when she started drinking, she couldn't stop. And she drank a lot. And she ate the hot dogs, and they did not agree with her. So she had a dog named Justice. And anyway, so he had gone camping with us. He went everywhere with her. And I was like his auntie. So what Shar would do was she would get drunk and, well, I don't need to reveal a bunch of stuff. That's not necessary. But she got drunk, and we finally slithered off to bed in our tent, in our sleeping bags. And in the middle of the night, Shar's like, "Where's the door? Where's the door?" And she's like, her hands are on top of me. And I'm like, "Shar, what's wrong? Where's the door?" Blech. She couldn't find the door to, you unzip the door to your tent. And she threw up all over me. She threw up all over me in my sleeping bag. It's probably 2 or 3 in the morning. So at 2 or 3 in the morning, she threw up all over me, and then she went back and laid down and fell asleep. Her dog tries eating the puke. And he does. He doesn't try. He does. I'm getting out of the tent. I'm taking my sleeping bag out of the tent. I'm covered in puke. Because I had pushed my sleeping bag down because I was trying to get out. I was trying to help Shar. So a large part of me was exposed. So there's a creek that runs right along. It's not a big creek. It's a small, more like a babbling brook almost, somewhere in between the two. Sorry I'm moving around, but I can't hold my arms in one position. It hurts. That's delicious. So in the dark, I mean, your eyes acclimate, and I was young, so I had good vision. But in the dark, I'm washing my sleeping bag in the creek. I'm freezing cold. I'm washing myself. I'm taking my clothes off and washing them in the creek. Wyoming creeks can be cold almost all year round, basically. They don't get warm like the Savannah River does. And so there I am cold. So then I spread my sleeping bag out on one of the other picnic tables, and I've got my clothes spread out. And there's a spare blanket, and I'm wrapped in a blanket. I start a fire, and now here I am, wide awake. I'm tired because we'd been hiking all day. All I want is a fucking cup of coffee or a bed or something. I was miserable. Char was miserable, but she was passed out. So what happened with Char and I? Char started going to AA. And she started to change. And she started to become really self-righteous. And she started judging me harshly. Because I'm a free spirit. Even as a Christian, I was a free spirit. And then she started dating Lyndon, and we were still friends then. We would have fun, the three of us. Oh, well, let me go back. So she met Lyndon, and Lyndon and she and I used to go out and have the most fun. We'd go out and have dinner and margaritas, and Lyndon was way fun. And he was a coal miner. He made a lot of money. Well, he and Char got married. After they got married, she decided to start going to AA. And she got pregnant with her daughter, Corrine. And her relationship with me, it got, less and less. And she just started to get really rude to me, like she was better than me. Because I would still go out and party on the weekend, and she was sober, right? So our best friendship became casual. It had nothing to do with her getting married. Her husband never made me feel left out, and she never made me feel left out in the relationship. Matter of fact, they'd have me spend the night at their house because we would party all night and play. We'd have people over and we'd play win, lose, or draw. And oh my God, we had so much fun. So yeah. What it ended up being was her husband ended up being my best friend and her not being my best friend. And then that was just weird. So then I just stopped hanging out with them and I moved on. And she she just did some things that kind of hurt me. I won't go into all that, but you know, her self-righteous, like, I'm going to teach you, you need to learn, blah, blah, blah. She was never like that before. She was very accepting and a good friend, right? Not judgmental. But when she started going to Alcoholics Anonymous, so I guess this was the Shar who was the dry drunk that was no longer drinking. Not pleasant. That marriage didn't last. They were divorced. And then it was just a big fucking mess. And then she got colon cancer and she passed away. But she was one of the most wonderful and fun friends. Her name is Charlene. Charlene Lucille McLaughlin from North Dakota. And I hope that's not an important phone call. So, so then I had moved to New Hampshire and I started thinking about Char, and I think I was even having dreams about her. And so finally I was like, I should just call her husband. So I called, ex-husband. And I called Lyndon and I was like, hey, I've been having dreams about Char. I said, do you know where she is? He said, yeah, I do. Every time I look up at the sky, I say hi. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, she passed away. I was like, oh, nobody told me. Nobody told me. So, yeah, she passed away from colon cancer. And then shortly after that, somebody from my high school class passed away from colon cancer. And then shortly after that, Farrah Fawcett passed away from colon cancer. I was like, okay, that's it. I'm having a colonoscopy. Yeah. Thank God I did. I had a polyp. They removed it. So, yeah. So, Char, who was my best friend, then wasn't, is now my spirit guide. Weird. I never would have imagined. Why her? But, we were best friends, and I loved her and she loved me. So, yeah. So do I forgive her? Of course I do. Of course I do. But I don't forget how she treated me when she got sober. She wasn't drunk all the time either. It's just that when she drank, she couldn't stop. So, yeah. So now I know who my spirit guides are. I don't know how long they will be my spirit guides. I am under the impression that we have certain spirit guides for a while, and then we have, they might change out. So my grandma Ida and my old buddy Char. Wild. That made me happy. That made me happy. So it's interesting that my dad was the toxic one, yet it's his side of the family that's the more spiritual. You know, I have more connections with them. My sister Rhonda, my grandma Ida, who I've had, you know, I've felt her before many times. My dad with my dream, and then him just kind of showing up for me. So, So Bashar says, so Bashar is not 100% accurate. And he's even said so. Because he gives information based on his ability to give information. You know, he's not everywhere all at once. He's not in the know about some things, but he's in the know about a lot of things, and he's probably 95% right. So I really appreciate Bashar. However, I wanted to start watching his videos like on his channel, on his, not channel, but his page. Everything is wicked, wicked expensive. Everything is expensive. And I'm so disappointed that Daryl Anka, who channels Bashar, he gets money for being a guest speaker. Why does he need to charge again and again and again for the same video? I just fucking hate greedy people. I fucking hate it. So now I'm kind of like, come on, Daryl. Not cool. So yeah, I'll still watch free videos of Bashar because it's Bashar and there's wisdom there. You know, I've learned a lot, but I'm put out with Daryl. And here I was thinking, wow, Daryl's 72 or 73 and he's still channeling and giving people, well, yeah, Daryl's channeling Bashar and still helping people at a price. So that just pissed me off. I don't like greed. And he can make a very good living charging, just like you could charge a $5 fee, monthly fee for people to have unlimited access, and you would still, if you had 1 million followers, you'd still be making over $1 million a month. Come on. It's just, I'm so sick of greed. I'm so sick of greed. I want to throw up. How do you call yourself a light worker and be greedy? I just know you're a tarnished light worker. Would I like to have 1 million? I sure would. There's some property in California I would love to buy. It's exactly like, oh my God. Yeah. But I need 800,000 just to buy the property. That doesn't include drilling a water well and a sewer thing and getting electricity to it and building a house, right? So I'd easily need like 1.5 million. and build my little, what's the word you would call it? Little place where I could give people Reiki, where it could be indoor, outdoor, and because it's in the mountains, so it does get cool. And have like people come and we could drum and just have little, weekend get-togethers, bonfires, and Reiki and shamanism, and help heal people, and just charge them what they can afford. Just come, let us heal you. The universe will provide. Like, I have so much food in my fridge right now. I literally own 2 cars. They both need work, but I own 2 cars. One I own, it's paid for. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just put the money and invested into it and just kept driving it. But I really needed the Subaru because of my kitty colony. All that stuff didn't fit in my car. I was bursting at the seams in that car with all the kitty stuff. Okay, it's been like an hour, so I'm going to get off of here because it's going to take almost all day to upload a video this long from my phone. Now, if I was doing the video on my laptop, it wouldn't take long at all. So, that's my story. That's my update. Okay, I have a lot to do and I need to get my butt going. Love and light to all. May you have a blessed and beautiful day. See you later.